From translation, Net New English Translation, this 131 day of the year today, we are reading passages 2 Chronicles 2-5 2 Chronicles chapter 2, verses 1 to 18. Solomon decided to build a temple for the name of the Lord, and also a royal palace for himself. Solomon conscripted 70,000 porters and 80,000 stonecutters in the hill country, and appointed 3,600 supervisors to make the people work. Then Solomon sent a message to Huram king of Tyre. I am about to build a temple for the name of the Lord my God, to dedicate it to him for fragrant incense, for burnt offerings regularly scheduled both morning and evening, for Sabbaths, for new moons, and for other specified festivals of the Lord our God. This is a permanent ordinance for Israel. The temple I am going to build will be great, for our God is greater than all other gods. But who is really able to build a temple for him, since heaven and the highest heaven cannot contain him? Who am I then to build a temple for him, except as a place to make burnt offerings before him? So send me a skilled man to work in gold, silver, bronze, and iron, and in purple, crimson, and blue fabric. He will work in Judah and Jerusalem with the skilled craftsmen whom my father provided. Also send me cedar, cypress, and algum logs from Lebanon, for I know that your servants are skilled at cutting timber in Lebanon. My servants will work with your servants. To get these logs, assign me men to cut them down from Lebanon. I will pay your servants the wages they ask, for you know that no one among us can cut timber like the Sidonians. When my servants have cut down the trees, I will arrange for them to be floated in rafts by sea to the place you specify. I will then have them unpacked there, and you can take them away. You can then do for me what I desire in return. Now I am sending you a skilled and talented craftsman, Huram-Abi. He is the son of a woman from the tribe of Dan, but his father is a Tyrian. He is skilled at working with gold, silver, bronze, iron, stone, wood, purple, blue, and crimson fabrics, and he knows how to do all kinds of engravings and to execute any design that may be assigned to him. I have sent him to be with your craftsmen, and with the craftsmen of my lord David your father. Now let my lord send to his servants the wheat, barley, olive oil, and wine he has promised. We will cut all the timber you need from Lebanon, and will bring it to you in rafts by sea to Joppa. You can then transport it up to Jerusalem. Solomon took a census of all the resident foreigners in the land of Israel, numbering them according to the census David his father had taken. There were 153,600 resident foreigners. He assigned 70,000 of them to carry loads, 80,000 to quarry stones in the hill country, and 36,000 to supervise the workers. 2 Chronicles chapter 3, verses 1 to 17. So Solomon began to build the temple for the Lord in Jerusalem on Mount Moriah, where the Lord had appeared to his father David. This was the place David had prepared at the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. He began to build in the 2nd month of the 4th year of his reign. These are the foundations Solomon laid for building God's temple. The length was 90 feet, according to the old measurement, and the width 30 feet. The porch across the front of the temple was 30 feet wide and 30 feet high. He overlaid the inside with pure gold. He decorated the main room with panels of cypress wood, overlaid with fine gold, and carved palm trees and chains on the walls. He decorated the main room with precious stones for beauty, and the gold was from Parvaim. He overlaid the main room, the beams, the thresholds, and its walls with gold, and he carved cherubim on the walls. He made the most holy place. Its length was 30 feet, corresponding to the width of the temple, and its width was 30 feet. He overlaid it with 600 talents of fine gold. He made 2 cherubim of olive wood, each 10 feet high, and placed them in the most holy place. The wings of the cherubim were 10 feet long. The wing of one cherub touched one wall of the temple, while the wing of the other cherub touched the opposite wall. Their wings stretched out from the center of the room and touched each other in the center. He overlaid the cherubim with gold. He made a 15-foot high altar of incense from refined gold. He also made 2 golden lampstands, each with 7 lamps, to burn in front of the inner sanctuary as prescribed. He made the table of refined gold, with its measurements as prescribed, and the golden lampstands and their lamps. He made the lampstands with their branches, all of pure gold. He made the tables of refined gold, with their measurements as prescribed, and the golden lampstands and their lamps. He made the lamps with their branches, all of pure gold. 2 Chronicles chapter 4, verses 1 to 22. He made the bronze altar, which was 30 feet long, 30 feet wide, and 15 feet high. Under the rim, figures of oxen encircled it 10 to a cubit all the way around the basin. The oxen were cast in 2 rows when it was cast. It stood on 12 oxen, 3 facing north, 3 facing west, 3 facing south, and 3 facing east. The basin rested on them, and all their rear ends were toward the center. The basin was thick, its rim was like a cup shaped like a lily blossom. It could hold 3,000 gallons. They used it for washing. He made 10 washstands of bronze. Each washstand could hold 40 gallons and measured 4 by 4 cubits. He placed one on the right side and one on the left side of the great altar. He made 10 golden lampstands according to specifications and placed them in the temple, 5 on the south side and 5 on the north. He made 10 tables and put them in the temple, 5 on the south side and 5 on the north. He also made 100 bowls of gold. He made the courtyard of the priests and the large courtyard and its doors. He overlaid the doors with bronze. He placed the basin on the south side, in the southeast corner. Huram-Abi also made the pots, shovels, and bowls. So Huram finished the work he had done for King Solomon on the Lord's temple: 2 pillars, the bowls, the 2 capitals on top of the pillars, the 2 decorative latticework structures for the capitals on top of the pillars, the 400 pomegranates for the 2 latticework structures. All the pomegranates for the latticework structures were 400. The 10 washstands, the 10 bronze basins, the 10 gold lampstands, and the golden tables for the bread of the presence. The lampstands and their lamps, the gold lampstands and their lamps, according to specifications for each, the gold tables for the bread of the presence, the gold forks, the gold bowls, the gold pitchers, the gold cups, and the golden altars for the incense, and the gold sacrificial bowls. Huram-Abi made all these things for King Solomon for the Lord's temple. The king had them cast in the clay molds of the Jordan plain between Sukkot and Zereda. Solomon made all these items in such great quantities that the total weight of the bronze could not be determined. Solomon also made all the items for God's temple, the gold altar, and the tables for the bread of the presence, the pure gold lampstands and their lamps to burn in front of the inner sanctuary as prescribed, the gold floral decorations and lamps, and the gold tongs for the lamps. The lampstands and their lamps, and the tongs and the bowls used for pouring drink offerings were made of pure gold. The gold used for all these utensils was from gold of Parvaim. 2 Chronicles chapter 5, verses 1 to 12. When Solomon had finished constructing the Lord's temple, he put the holy items that belonged to his father David, the silver, gold, and all the other articles, in the treasuries of God's temple. Then Solomon convened Israel's elders, all the tribal heads, and the leaders of the Israelite families to bring the ark of the Lord's covenant from the city of David. All the men of Israel assembled before the king at the festival held in early autumn. When all the elders of Israel had arrived, the priests picked up the ark. They carried the ark of God, and the tent of assembly, and all the holy items that were in the tent. King Solomon and the entire assembly of Israel that had assembled with him went before the ark, sacrificing so many sheep and oxen that they could not be counted or numbered. The priests brought the ark of the covenant of the Lord to its place in the inner sanctuary of the temple, in the most holy place, under the wings of the cherubim. The cherubim spread their wings over the place where the ark sat, so that they covered the ark and its poles. The poles were so long that their ends extending from the ark were visible from the holy place in front of the inner sanctuary, but they could not be seen from outside. They are still there today. Nothing was in the ark except the 2 tablets Moses had placed there at Horeb, where the Lord made a covenant with the Israelites after they came out of the land of Egypt. When the priests left the holy place, a cloud filled the Lord's temple, so the priests could not minister because of the cloud. The Lord's glory filled the temple of God.